Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Have you ever thought about who is in charge of policing our speech? Or who is in charge of telling us what's acceptable and what's not acceptable? It's definitely not the society. In major things, it is the society overall, but those things are promoted, pushed, shaped by somebody. Who is that somebody? For instance, who came with this idea that if you challenge the self-identification, self-gender identification, you must be called, certain kind of phobe. Who are those persons? And why are they the ones who can impose on you? Like, for instance, if I call someone, midget, I'm immediately told that it's not okay. Now we call them little people. Who are you to police my speech? Since when I voted in order to change the vocabulary in the society? Who are these people? Have you thought about it? For instance, we have here the case of that boxer who won an Olympic gold medal in Paris last year. This person, supposedly, according to some, is a man who identified or whatever, and he competed in the women's boxing. And this person, you see, I'm using this person, not he, I'm not using pronouns, okay? This person won, beat the shit out of everybody. All right, I think if I return to Kyokushin competing and I identify as and go into world tournament in women's, I'm the world champion. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Now, if I go into men, I don't think so. So that tells us a difference between something. So what happened? Why do we need, the same with COVID, remember? Why do we need years for truth to come to the surface? Who are the people who pushed something, then disproven any consequences for them? I would like to see consequences, because there were negative consequences on the society. So in this case, this person beat some women, because some people, we know who those people are, voted to allow this person to compete in the women's, category, or whatever you want to call it. So let's look at this. Associated Press. Olympic boxing champion Imane Khelif must undergo genetic sex screening to fight for new governing body. Sex screening, not gender screening. You understand? Gender is a perversion put by those guys from the Frankfurt School. They didn't think about it that way, but it's a reminiscence of the Frankfurt School, in which, the how do you call that? The critic theory. You have to critique everything, okay? The culture of critique. For instance, McDonald, remember? But he is a good guy. No, we can't do this. Habermas and all those baboons. Yeah, my friends. So you identify as. That's why they came with sex is different than gender. In human beings, I don't think so. Maybe in pronouns, like in Romanian. In Romanian, you have female and male for different things. In America, you don't have. You have it. That's it. You don't have he or she sometimes, but not in the same way. So let me show you, or in French or in Spanish. Olympic boxing champion must undergo genetic sex screening to participate in upcoming events with the sport's new governing body. World Boxing announced mandatory sex testing for all athletes Friday. The governing body specifically mentioned Khelif when announcing the policy, saying the Algerian gold medal winner must be screened before this person will be approved to fight at an upcoming event, including the Eindhoven Box Cup next month in the Netherlands. The introduction of mandatory testing will be part of the new policy on sex, age, and weight to ensure the safety of all participants and safety. Right? Not the truth, no, safety, and deliver a competitive level playing field for men and women. Excellent, fantastic. So, Khelif won a gold medal at the Paris Olympics last summer amid international scrutiny on this person's Taiwan's Lin Yunqing Chongchong, another gold winner. The previous governing body, I want to know those guys, all right, for the Olympic boxing, the Russian-dominated International Boxing Association disqualified both fighters from its 2023 World Championships. So these are the normal ones. Okay, right there. After claiming they had failed an unspecified eligibility test. All right, so what happened? There you go. Now, leaked medical report, quote-unquote, proves Imane Khelif is biological male, end quote, June 1st, and the other article is, Friday, whatever it was. The 30th of May. Got it? So there you go. Now, you see how this is, quote-unquote, proves. So, now, if this person is a woman, I have no problem with this person competing in the women category whatsoever. But if he's a man, let's get him ready to rumble with us. Imane Khelif's sex test results from the 2023 World Championships have been published for the first time, with the medical report appearing to indicate that the boxer is biologically male. Just 36 hours after the World Boxing ruled that Khelif is hugely controversial Olympic champion is women's boxing at last summer Paris Games would need to undergo sex screening to be eligible for any further appearance in the female category. The document at the heart of this extraordinary saga was released into the public domain. Why now only? Who was scared for 2 years, from 2023 until 2025? Who are those weasels? They had this. They leaked it exactly now. They were afraid to leak it, 3 days ago. Cowards. Anyway, we all are afraid of things, okay? But that's what makes us courageous. Fighting against our, moments of being afraid, of lascitate, cowardness. So, Alan Abramson, the American journalist who disclosed in Paris how the International Olympic Committee has been warned, that Khelif had the DNA of a male, produced the results of a test carried out on the boxer in New Delhi in March 2023, triggered the boxer's disqualification from the championships that year. So this guy, Alan Abramson, journalist, disclosed in Paris how these guys warned more than a year earlier than this guy's DNA of a male. The document published on 3Wire Sports website summarizes the findings on Khelif as abnormal, stating chromosome analysis reveals male karyotype. A karyotype refers to an individual's complete set of chromosomes, which in Khelif's case have been reported by the International Boxing Association as being XY, the male pattern. Now, weren't we told, follow the science during the COVID? And they didn't follow it. They were lying to us in our face. That piece of underwear on our faces was supposed to protect us from, microbiological little freaking things. Really? That's a toddler can tell you that. Follow the science. No, you use the science to find the truth. You don't follow the science. You use the science, scientific method, that is, objectivity and so on. Empirical calculation, observation, and not only, my friends, asking always why, the Socratic method as well. Why here, why. So now, what happens if this person, let's say, is proven he's been a male? Well, would he be charged with assault? He beat a woman. Me Too movement, remember? Will the persons that associated with allowing this person to participate, will they be charged, convicted, and jailed, prison time? That's what I would like to have for them. Yes? No? Remember, we told here in the Western world that actions have consequences, which they do, and they should be punished accordingly. Remember, the punishment should fit the crime. Now, I would like to see, what do you think could that be? And why people only now, the same with COVID, with the mask. I have a problem with the mask big time, all right? And I had that time. You were masked, and I don't have to go. Remember when we were supposed to be social distancing, 6 feet, right? And then when we got in airplane, we sat next to one another. Remember that one? Well, anyway, follow the science. Who are the people implementing those? Who are the people who, as I said at the beginning, make our rules, tell us what is acceptable? Oh my God, you destroy they blame you. Oh my God, you endanger the common good if you don't wear that mask. Because that mask works. The same with this person. Now, if I am the father of a daughter who was beaten up by this person because those female in the Olympic whatever allowed because all right, then I want those guys in fucking prison. That's where I want them right now. No, they have to go through, innocent until proven guilty. I'm for that. But all right, don't give me that. And this person, if this person knew, again, premeditated. Now, if this person is a female, I have no problem with that, my friends. And if it's so, I would like, for instance, Shaquille O'Neal or whomever, now Shaquille O'Neal is old, bring someone, go to the female WNBA. Why aren't they allowed to participate? I make a team tomorrow of identified males, and they will participate in the world, in the Women's National Basketball Association and NBA, Women NBA. They will kick the shit out of everybody else, and vice versa in any sports. Have you noticed that female transgender never go into the male sports, but it's only the other way around, but we're all the same, and they always win? Did you notice this? There's no female athletes going and winning into the male sports. I'm talking about, I'm a female by birth, and I'm going to go and participate with men. Most likely I will be somewhere down there, okay? It's always the other way around. Why? Because we know we can win. Do you agree with that? Well, I disagree with that. Why? Are we supposed to be fair? I mean, if we do it like this, we can go to many other little, categories. And we won't, because how many genders are there? I mean, it's not only male and female, right? According to these guys, it's a multitude. You can be fluid. Today you feel like this, tomorrow you feel like that. Like that seaweed in the water. When the water, the tide. Today I'm this, tomorrow I'm this, now I'm nothing. Ooh. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Here is from you. I want justice. All right? And I want the people who told us about the mask, and the people who promoted that and who said, yes, I want them charged and convicted. I mean, they put it in front of a court of justice. I want that to happen 100%. And if there's no innocent, there's no nothing, okay, but they lied, and some of them knew and some of them didn't. How is that called? Didn't they say about a crime by negligence or something? Or it doesn't mean that if I'm driving on a street and it's 75 miles per hour and I'm not aware because I don't look around, and I'm driving 90 miles per hour, a cop stops me and says, Emil, you drove 85 or 95 on 75. I'm going to fine you right now. I'm going to give you a citation, issue a citation. And I say, excuse me, officer, I didn't see it. I didn't know. Well, it's your responsibility to know. Otherwise, you engage in, as they call it, misinformation. And misinformation, it's a big problem on YouTube, for instance. And disinformation is knowingly disseminating false information. But hey, have you heard of any tribunals regarding these guys guilty of implementing and making policies during the COVID? I went through something like this where I worked for the government before. If you're not vaccinated, you might lose your job, boy. Says whom? A fucking unelected baboon. And even if elected, you're not immune of being a baboon. Thank you very much. I mean, examples are close your eyes and peek. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.